Good afternoon. This is All India Radio and I'm V. Ravi Kumar with the Midday News. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi accuses Congress of failing to take action against black money stashed abroad and bank loan defaulters. Congress President Rahul Gandhi to contest Wayanad Lok Sabha seat in Kerala besides Amethi in Uttar Pradesh. 13 bogies of Surat-bound Chhapra Surat Tapti Ganga Express derail near Gautamsthan railway station in Bihar. 11 passengers received minor injuries. ISRO to launch country's latest observation satellite EMISAT tomorrow. In badminton, Kidambi Srikanth to take on Denmark's Viktor Axelsen in the final of India Open in New Delhi today. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today said his government has made concerted efforts to make a new India. Addressing a conclave organized by a private TV channel in New Delhi, Mr. Modi said the global standing of India has undergone a massive change in the last 5 years and New Delhi is playing an important role in framing rules of global order in fields like tackling climate change, missile technologies, dealing with economic offenders and terrorism. He said the world stood with India in its fight against terror groups. The Prime Minister said India's voice is reverberating in platforms which were earlier used for Pakistan's anti-India propaganda. Mr. Modi gave a detailed account of the steps taken by his government to curb corruption, bring back black money stashed abroad, among other issues. The Prime Minister said that the government will start getting information on black money from Switzerland from this year. He accused the opposition of failing to take action against black money stashed abroad and against those who took huge loans from public sector banks.
इसमें सबसे बड़ी बाधा बना सत्ता चलाने वालों का भ्रष्ट आचरण और भ्रष्टाचार रुपये पैसों तक सीमित नहीं रहा। निर्णय प्रक्रिया में, प्रायोरिटी में, हर जगह पे इसने अपनी जगह दिखाई है। स्वयं हित को देश हित से ऊपर रखा गया। जिसकी नीयत देश के टैक्स पेयर के पैसे पर डोल रही हो, जो सिर्फ अपनी नहीं, अपने आने वाली पीढ़ियों के लिए भी इंतजाम करना चाहता हो, वो ईमानदार व्यवस्था का निर्माण कभी नहीं कर सकता।
Mr. Modi said the government constituted a special investigation team on black money immediately after taking over the regime. He said laws were enacted to take action against fugitive offenders and shell companies. Congress President Rahul Gandhi will also contest from Wayanad Lok Sabha seat in Kerala along with his Amethi seat in Uttar Pradesh. This was announced by senior party leader A.K. Antony in New Delhi today. Briefing media, Mr. Antony said the decision was taken following requests by many Congress workers and leaders from southern states.
Rahul Gandhi will contest from Wayanad parliamentary constituency from Kerala. While selecting Wayanad, there are many considerations. One of the major considerations was, since the request was mainly from Karnataka, Kerala and Tamil Nadu, Wayanad will suit this more than any other seat.
Left parties have reacted sharply to Rahul Gandhi's candidature from Kerala's Wayanad Lok Sabha constituency. Former CPIM General Secretary Prakash Karat has said it shows that the Congress party's priority now is to fight the left in Kerala.
लेफ्ट के खिलाफ खड़े होने का मतलब है कि कांग्रेस पार्टी अभी जो प्राथमिकता थी उनकी कि भाजपा के खिलाफ लड़ना है, वो बात छोड़ दिया है। क्योंकि वायनाड सीट ऐसा सीट है वहां भाजपा ना के बराबर है। पिछले बार 8% वोट उनको मिला था उस सीट में, तो इसका मतलब मुख्य टक्कर लेफ्ट के साथ होगा और ये चुनौती हम स्वीकार करते हैं और राहुल गांधी को हराने के लिए हम काम करेंगे।
Kerala Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan said he should have picked up a seat from where the BJP was contesting. Congress President Rahul Gandhi today said if his party comes to power, it will give special category status to Andhra Pradesh. He was addressing a public meeting in Vijayawada. Mr. Gandhi said Prime Minister Narendra Modi failed to fulfill his commitment made to the people of Andhra Pradesh on the issue in the last 5 years. Rahul Gandhi said Congress would wage a war against poverty by implementing Nyay scheme to give 72,000 rupees annually to the poorest families. Prime Minister and senior BJP leader Narendra Modi will today interact with people who have pledged their support to the Main Bhi Chaukidar campaign from 500 places across the country through video conferencing from New Delhi. Mr. Modi had urged his supporters to take the Main Bhi Chaukidar pledge, saying he is not alone in the fight against graft and social evils. Filing of nominations for the third phase of general election is continuing for 115 constituencies in 14 states and union territories going to polls on 23rd of April. The last date of withdrawal of candidature is 8th April. In Kerala, 29 candidates filed their nominations yesterday, taking the total number to 52 so far. Polling for all 20 Lok Sabha seats in the state will take place in this phase. 4 candidates, each from Alappuzha and Kozhikode constituencies, and 3 candidates from Thiruvananthapuram filed their nominations yesterday. More from our correspondent.
2 candidates each from Pathanamthitta, Alattur, Wayanad, Vadagara, Kannur, Kasaragod constituencies and 1 each from Attingal, Kottayam, Ernakulam, Chalakkudi and Thrissur also filed nominations yesterday. Sitting MPs and LDF candidates A. Sampath, Innocent and P.K. Srimadi filed nomination from Attingal, Chalakkudi and Kannur constituencies respectively. Sitting MP and UDF candidate M.K. Raghavan filed nomination from Kozhikode constituency yesterday. Sitting MLAs and LDF candidates A.M. Arif, who is contesting from Alappuzha, and A. Pradeep Kumar from Kozhikode too filed their nomination. BJP leader K. Surendran, who is contesting from Pathanamthitta constituencies, and senior CPI leader C. Divagaran, who is contesting from Thiruvananthapuram constituency, also filed their nomination yesterday. Shamila, AR News, Thiruvananthapuram.
In Assam, star campaigners of major parties are reaching the state to woo voters. Prime Minister Narendra Modi and BJP President Amit Shah have already held rallies in the state. Congress President Rahul Gandhi and his sister Priyanka Gandhi Vadra will visit Assam next week. West Bengal Chief Minister and TMC Chief Mamata Banerjee will also address a poll rally soon. In Karnataka, various organizations are chipping in to create voter awareness and urge people to participate in the democratic process. Milk processing cooperatives in the state are printing a message on lakhs of milk packets for voters to exercise their franchise. Public sector organization KSRTC, which is in the business of transport, is printing the message on its tickets issued to passengers. It issues 29 lakh tickets every day. Even digital display boards at bus stands are flashing the message. In Hubballi, the horticulture department has created EVMs and VVPATs out of flowers. It is part of a flower show starting today. BJP President Amit Shah has charged the Congress with having played with country's security for its vote bank politics. Addressing an election rally at Nagina in Uttar Pradesh, he said, Congress put a tag of terrorism on the Hindu community, but the recent judgment in the Samjhauta Express blast case has proved that Swami Asimanand and all other accused are innocent. He demanded that Rahul Gandhi and Congress must apologize to the nation. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates, follow us on Twitter. Our Twitter handle is @AIR News Alerts.
News Services Division of All India Radio is broadcasting a special live program, Janadesh 2019, on the developments related to the general elections 2019.
Tune in to the FM Gold channel of AIR from 4:05 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. every day till the announcement of results to listen to this special program.
A MiG-27 aircraft of Indian Air Force crashed in Godana area of Sirohi district in Rajasthan this afternoon. Sirohi SP KL Meena told AIR that the pilot ejected safely. Defense sources said that planes took off from Uttarlai Air Force Base and experienced some engine trouble. It crashed about 120 kilometers south of Jodhpur. There is no report of any loss of life or property on the ground. A court of inquiry will ascertain the cause of the accident. Indian Space Research Organization ISRO will launch the country's latest observation satellite EMISAT tomorrow. The launch vehicle PSLV C-45 will lift off from the Satish Dhawan Space Center in Sriharikota at 9:27 a.m. with EMISAT and 28 other customer payloads. The countdown for the launch mission is progressing smoothly at the launch pad. More from our correspondent.
The countdown for the launch of EMISAT along with 28 foreign satellites began at 6:27 a.m. today. As part of the countdown process, fueling of the liquid stages of the rocket PSLV and system checks are going on as per schedule. This time, the rocket will launch the payloads in multiple orbital heights by switching on its engine 4 times. Finally, after inserting all the satellites in their transfer orbits, the engine itself will serve as an experimental platform in space for scientific experiments by the country's 3 premier research and academic institutions. Jai Singh, AIR News, Chennai.
In yet another ceasefire violation, Pakistani troops resorted to shelling across the line of control in Rajouri district of Jammu and Kashmir today. Defense Ministry spokesman Lieutenant Colonel Devinder Anand told media persons that Pakistani forces resorted to mortar shelling and firing of small arms in the Naushera sector. Indian troops retaliated effectively. The firing, which began at 9 a.m., is still continuing. In Jammu and Kashmir, 6 persons were killed and another critically injured when a vehicle plunged into a deep gorge in Rajouri district early this morning. Police said the accident occurred at Ujjandhand Court in Darhal area when the driver of the private vehicle lost control while negotiating a curve. Local residents launched rescue operations immediately and were joined by police parties and a team of doctors and paramedics. 4 persons were found dead while 3 others were rescued in a critical condition. 2 of the injured succumbed at Community Health Center Darhal this morning. The critically injured person was referred to Jammu for specialized treatment. The 6th indigenously designed and built transport ship has been inducted into the Indian Navy. The Defence Ministry in a statement said that the LCU L-56 is the 6th ship of the landing craft utility LCU Mark IV class to be inducted into the Indian Navy. Amphibious operations capability, including transport of troops, tanks and equipment, will get enhanced with the addition of this LCU, which will be based at Andaman and Nicobar Islands. The ship is commanded by Lieutenant Commander Gopinath Narayan and has a complement of 5 officers and 50 sailors. In Bihar, 13 bogies of the Surat-bound Chhapra Surat Tapti Ganga Express derailed near Gautamsthan railway station in Saran district this morning. Public Relations Officer of North Eastern Railway Sanjay Yadav told AIR that no casualty has been reported. Our correspondent has filed a report.
11 passengers received minor injuries. Rail traffic on Chhapra-Gorakhpur rail section has been stopped due to the accident. Trains on this section have been diverted to alternative routes. The PRO said the ill-fated train departed from Chhapra station at 9 a.m. and derailed after 45 minutes. Eyewitness said the driver of the train applied emergency brake after seeing damaged track, which caused derailment of bogies. Railway officers have reached the spot and efforts is on to restore the traffic. Nupur Goswami with KK Lal from Patna.
Threatening drastic action against Mexico, U.S. President Donald Trump has said Washington is likely to shut down its southern border next week. He tweeted that if Mexico doesn't immediately stop all illegal immigration coming into the U.S. through the southern border, the U.S. will be closing the border. U.S. State Department also announced yesterday that it is cutting off aid to 3 Central American countries of El Salvador, Guatemala and Honduras for setting up migrant caravans for entry into the United States. Maldives High Court will give its verdict today in the appeal case filed by former President Abdullah Yameen over the decision to freeze his 2 bank accounts. Mr. Yameen, who was arrested last month over money laundering charges, was released on Thursday by a High Court verdict. Following his release, Mr. Yameen complained that he has not been able to utilize the funds for the parliamentary campaign. Parliamentary elections are scheduled on 6th of April, in which Yameen's People's National Congress (PNC) is the main opposition party against the ruling coalition. Sri Lankan Army Chief Mahesh Senanayake has expressed happiness over the ongoing joint army exercise Mitra Shakti between India and Sri Lanka. He said both the friendly countries' armies are training together, displaying a spirit of bonhomie, underlining people-to-people contact, peace in the region and mutual goodwill. He visited Badulla district of Sri Lanka yesterday during the exercise which began on Tuesday. Started in 2013, Exercise Mitra Shakti is in continuation of a series of joint exercises that is conducted annually as part of military diplomacy and interaction between the armies of India and Sri Lanka. In Slovakia, the government critic and anti-corruption activist Zuzana Čaputová is set to become the first female president. The Slovak Statistics Office said environmental lawyer Čaputová got over 58% of the ballot after results from 91% of polling stations were counted, while EU Energy Commissioner Maros Sefcovic garnered nearly 42%. In badminton, Kidambi Srikanth will take on Denmark's Viktor Axelsen in the final of India Open at KD Zadav Indoor Hall in New Delhi today. The Indian shuttler stormed into the finals, defeating China's Wang Yuxiang 14-21, 21-16, 21-19 in the semi-final yesterday. Earlier, PV Sindhu and Parupalli Kashyap crashed out in the semi-finals yesterday. And now, before we close, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi accuses Congress of failing to take action against black money stashed abroad and bank loan defaulters. Congress President Rahul Gandhi to contest Wayanad Lok Sabha seat in Kerala besides Amethi in Uttar Pradesh. 13 bogies of Surat-bound Chhapra Surat Tapti Ganga Express derailed near Gautamsthan railway station in Bihar. 11 passengers received minor injuries. ISRO to launch country's latest observation satellite EMISAT tomorrow. In badminton, Kidambi Srikanth to take on Denmark's Viktor Axelsen in the final of India Open in New Delhi today. With that, we end the midday news.